And we're filming.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome to Needles at the Ready. I'm Ray.
I'm Kevin.
We're coming to you from Stratford, Connecticut, and it is May 30th, 2020.
Yes, and this is episode 11.
Oh, yeah, episode 11. We should have said
episode
that
Episode 11.
First. Yep. We are married.
We are.
We're not twins.
We're not twins. No, we are not
that
twins.
That was
we are married.
Comment on our live.
Which
I get it, because in the beginning we would say that we were married, and then, Scott and John always start with theirs, like, we're married, and we didn't want to be like copycats, but we are married, so I guess it's not really copying.
No,
cats,
it's not.
Being cats that copy. No. So welcome.
Welcome. This is a knitting podcast.
Sure is.
Sometimes a crochet.
Lots of chit-chatting.
Yeah.
We do. I guess we go off on some tangents.
We do.
Mm-hmm. The dog's already crying to come upstairs.
Sometimes.
I had a feeling that was going to happen.
Yeah, he's
been something else the past couple of...
Oh, he has been.
This past week.
Yeah, he has been. We're trying the Thunder jacket.
Thunder...
Oh, I heard like a noise. It was
That was
ice.
my ice.
Yeah. Thunder shirt on him. Oh my gosh, I'm going to sneeze. We're going to try giving him
a haircut. Boy, we're just a mess already. Elbow into your elbow. If you're going to make it happen, do it into your elbow.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to like...
I would say look at the sun, but we're kind of like sealed up right now.
Oh, here it comes. Ooh, maybe.
Okay.
All right, keep going.
Okay, great. So we've had I feel like we've had a very busy 2 weeks. I feel like also I didn't get a lot of knitting done these past 2 weeks.
Correct.
Even though we had a lot of opportunities to do some knitting. Right?
Yeah, well, after the last podcast, that first week after it, I didn't feel like...
You mean like a fortnight ago?
A fortnight ago.
Right.
Yes. I didn't feel like knitting. I didn't want to knit on anything that I currently had on my needles. I didn't want to work on my shawl. I didn't want to work on my socks. Mm-hmm. And I've also found that I feel like I have less time. I'm getting up a little earlier in the morning.
Right.
Going to bed a little bit earlier. And I do a lot of my knitting at night.
You have been going to bed a lot earlier. You've been going to bed with like the same time that I have.
Yeah, and I normally do a lot of my knitting between like 9 and 10, 10:30, even 11 sometimes. But I've been going up to bed at 9, so it's cut out a good like hour and a half of my knitting time.
Yeah.
And then in the mornings, I've been trying to be a little healthier and working out every day. So that's cut out, half hour to an hour of my knitting in the morning. And like I said, I just didn't feel really inspired that first week. It picked up this last week. Last week, I kind of got a little more mojo or steam back. So I got more knitting done probably this last week maybe than I did that week right after the podcast.
Yeah. So we, I agree. We had a really good...
like community.
Yeah, we had a community experience. We had a virtual, couple virtual get-togethers. We did another round of bingo with the Fiber Hustle guys.
Yes.
Which was awesome. There were, again, about 20 some odd people.
Yeah, it was a good turnout.
They had some good prizes as well. It was just really a good time. This second time around was less business. I feel like there was a lot more chit-chat and social time, which was really nice.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Nancy from Trilogy Yarn, put together a little virtual knit night on this past Thursday. So that was really exciting.
Yep.
I felt a little bit bad though, because the night before, Tarquin was so... Remember the fireworks? Oh, it was Memorial Day.
No, it was that... Memorial Day... So last weekend was Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
That
started
some
off
fireworks.
The fireworks started everything off.
That's
Friday, when you ordered the Thunder shirt, I think.
Yeah. I think it started that Friday night.
Yeah.
Then that Saturday night. And then maybe I don't know. There was a night where, remember, it was 11 o'clock?
Yeah, and then
it was I don't even know what day of the week it was. But I was,
It was Wednesday night.
Wednesday night?
Yeah, because Thursday was the...
Yes,
so my whole point was that I was so tired.
As was I.
And,
True.
I feel like we're the only East Coasters in that little group of people. So we started at 7...
Our time.
And of course we had some issues getting on via Zoom. So we had to uninstall, reinstall, all that shenanigans. So I feel like we didn't get on until almost 8 o'clock. And then, 9 o'clock's my bedtime because I can't function past that.
Well, you get up at 4:30, between 4:30 5:30 in the morning.
Right. So anyway, there was a lot of chit-chatting, which was really nice, and I found that it was almost therapeutic to just kind of like sit there and listen to the conversations happen. I don't feel like that we were as
social,
chatty as like we normally are, but it was really nice to like kind of hear the conversation like happening around us. And I've never been part of a knit night before, so I'm not sure if like maybe that's how they usually go. Like you just kind of like hang out and chat, and it is what it is. So. I would think so too. So it was really cool to be part of that. So Nancy, thank you if you're watching this. Yes. Really appreciate it. Aaron and Chip, thank you for putting together that bingo.
Yeah, they have their bingo.
Was really cool.
Their bingo set up incredibly well.
Yeah.
So it's
they're like very organized.
They so are.
I know. And they don't record in 4H.
No, they don't.
No,
they don't.
They record in HD. No,
don't.
I'm not gonna try it. Yeah. So anyway, so then we also had a live. So we were busy in between these two podcasts. We had a live last Saturday, which was really nice to celebrate our 2,000 subscriber milestone, which was like it still boggles my mind. What are you doing? Are you
I thought I heard him just now trying to come up the stairs. Like I heard a noise up the stairs, but he's
like our dog can totally function independently. He just like gets himself
so worked up
sometimes. Like I think he's going through some separation anxiety. When you go back to work, it's gonna be
awful.
Totally.
Like I'm really hoping when I do go back to work that it's only for maybe 2 days a week. Yeah. And I could slowly work, and my boss will be fine with that. Slowly just work my way back into it because I'm gonna have to get him used to being home.
Oh, absolutely.
For like 8 hours by himself,
totally.
5 days a week. So that's kind of been our 2 weeks.
Definitely. Yeah, we've been. I feel like we've been busy, and then work's been busy for me as well. What?
We did not. We always forget to say welcome back to all of our returning viewers and all of our new viewers because we have had quite a new bunch of new viewers since the previous podcast.
Yeah, welcome everybody.
So just welcome back to everybody. Anybody who's new, welcome. If you guys do like the videos, like the channel, comment, subscribe, like. It all helps to just kind of get the video out there a little bit more too. So
yeah, and it helps motivate us too. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe all these people are watching us, and then like the comments and.
Comments are great.
Yeah, they're fantastic. We're getting a lot of comments, which is really great because we do try to respond to all of them.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to see them, and hopefully we have responded to your comment if you've left a comment.
We're pretty good at it. I think we have we have some that we haven't gotten to over the past couple of days.
Right.
But no, we're pretty good at it. But we love them. I like seeing.
It's so exciting. I just think it's just really exciting. It's nice to be feel like you're a member of this community.
Yeah. What's been fun is I just think it's really fun hearing how maybe watching us has inspired them to knit something different. Check out like Stephen West, or knit a pair of socks, or a hat, or
found some yarn that maybe
a yarn dyer that they haven't heard of,
which is really cool.
So that's the fun part about it.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should probably talk about the knit-alongs and make-alongs like now because I feel like we always forget, and then at the end we might like rush through them.
All right, let's go.
What do you think? So, we have a make-along currently happening right now with Amy from Happy Little Yarn and Andrea from the Cat Lady Podcast, CATT, who, by the way, she did a soft launch, did you see, of her her yarn, which is really cool. She's starting to dye some yarn, which I think is really neat. She's doing, because she's the Cat Lady, so she's doing, cat-inspired names and bases and things like that.
Yeah, and, 9 lives. And...
Yeah, really cool. Really cool. Anyway, so this is the stress-free make-along, where basically anything goes.
Yep.
At least, for us, free pattern, we would really appreciate free patterns, although we've kind of gotten a little bit lax, I think, with the free pattern thing. But it doesn't really matter because it's stress-free. You just do whatever the hell you want. Whips are welcome. Just something to kind of get us through this pandemic and try to stay positive and feel accomplished. So anyway, we've had quite a few FOs now in our FO thread. I believe we had 86 of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which is a lot.
Yeah, that's a good number.
Yeah. And so we wanted to kind of showcase some of the people who have been putting in their FOs, and the chatter thread has been very active, and we really appreciate that so much that you guys are interacting with each other, and I think that's the whole point of this, is just kind of get through all this together. There's some kids swimming, 2 houses down. I don't think we're going to be picking that up, right?
I hope not.
It's just, it's almost June.
It's summer.
Yeah. So we did a random number generator because we were a little bit more prepared this morning.
We sure were.
Yeah. And so number 57 was our showcase for our stress-free make-along. Oh, and by the way, the stress-free make-along, we're probably going to start tying this up by the end of the summer. So we're waiting to hear back from Andrea and Amy to kind of all be on the same page, because I think it was nice. It'd be nice to have an end date and something to kind of tie everything together and really have that sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, and states are starting to reopen. Things are starting to get back to some, not any normalcy, but the phases are starting where states are reopening, and we're going to start going back to work. So we're thinking the end of August, possibly. So we'll definitely have it for sure. But we're thinking August 31st for an end date.
Yeah, but we will let you guys know. We're waiting to.
Yeah, we still have plenty of time.
Yeah, we totally do.
That's still a full 3 months.
Right. Okay, so 88 entries in our FO thread. Number 57 was our draw for today, and that is Jessica Rabber Orchids. And let's see. So she did these pink Extranilla socks. Extranilla? Like, I'm assuming it's like a vanilla something?
Yeah, like extra vanilla.
Extra vanilla? I'm a vanilla person, so I love vanilla. Vanilla anything. Or maybe I'm not as prepared. Okay, so this is Jessica. These are her socks.
Screen brightness.
Screen brightness. Screen brightness down. She has some other pictures. Look at this yarn. Oh my gosh, I hope this shows up. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Isn't that cool? Look at the yarn.
Does it say what the yarn is?
Yeah, so this yarn, she actually has a project page, which I can totally appreciate. I'm not the best at it, but
I'm awful.
This is Extranilla Socks by Megan Schmaltz, and maybe we'll put this in the show notes so that people.
We can. Yeah, we'll put the pattern in.
Yeah, and she used Honeybee Knits Queen Bee sock in the Bend and Snap colorway. And we just got notification that we will be ending the mal.
August 31st.
August 31st.
That is the end.
Yeah, I just heard from
Andrea. So we're good.
So she used Honeybee Knits Queen Bee sock in Bend and Snap, which, oh my God. The Bend and Snap works every time.
I almost watched that the other day.
Oh,
it was
such a
right
good movie.
there. I love it.
Let's not say who it is. Comment below if you know what movie that's from. I'm sure everybody does.
You guys have got to know.
Yeah, it's amazing. It also says that she used Premier Yarn Serenity Sock Solid, so I'm wondering if she
probably for the
but the colors are so good. It looks like she did a really great job.
Yeah, they match up very well. They complement each other.
Coordinating.
They're really, really good.
Yeah. So so thank you so much for entering our Jessica. Did I say it was Jessica?
You did.
I believe I did. She's from California. She's been crocheting since she was 8 years old, she says.
Wow.
I don't know how old she is now, but you don't ask a woman their age. Yeah. So, yeah, she also likes video games.
Right up my alley.
Same. And she watches a lot of sci-fi.
Us too.
She also likes anime and cartoons.
Me too.
So there's a little bit of something about Jessica. So, Jessica, thank you so much if you're watching.
Yes, thank you, Jessica.
Really appreciate you entering. And for those of you who have not already entered, we have an FO thread and a chatter thread. So go ahead and enter. And then we did have somebody ask about multiple entries into that thread. As long as it's a different project, totally you can enter, as many times as you want to. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing
so stress-free. Just kind of do your thing.
Yeah, the only thing with the multiple entries was if you were making 25 masks in one day, you could only enter once. You couldn't enter 25 masks in that same day. But yeah, multiple entries are fine. Whips were fine. It was kind of like an anything goes, really. And it doesn't have to be knitting related. I mean...
Oh, totally. Yeah, it's a complete make-along.
Yeah.
So we've had some sewing. We've had bags. People entered some bags. We've had the masks. We've had crochet projects, knitting projects. I don't think we've had any paper crafts. I don't think I've seen any of those yet. But so we do have a prize for that as well, and I don't think we actually talked about it since we first got this. So we're going to be giving away 2 skeins of yarn from Trilogy Yarns, Nancy was graciously donated some yarns to the podcast a couple of weeks ago, and we showed this. So this is in her glamorous base. This is Enchanted Forest.
Purples and greens and grays, blues even. It looks like. Yeah,
but we also thought that. Sorry, we moved like the laptop kind of farther away, so it's hard to see if it's like catching or not. And her glamorous base is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and soft is an understatement for this base. Ooh, and it smells delicious. And then the second skein
is going to be a little blown out, but this is Siren Song. So this has
I love it.
Some more like light blues and greens and where's the light coming from?
I have no idea.
Here, let's bring it back. Yeah, some peaches down here, some brown, greens. So we thought that they would complement each other very well. So that's why these two, and it's also on her glamour space.
Don't you think?
So these are going to go home.
I think these are great.
To some lucky winner once this is all over.
Yeah, and these are going to be.
I think they're
a pleasure to knit.
Yeah,
they are so soft. So yeah, so those are our prizes so far for this, for our make along, and we will be pulling from our FO thread. You know, if something else comes our way, or maybe we'll find something else, we might pull from the chatter thread, or
we'll see. We haven't made a decision about that.
We also do have a Instagram hashtag.
Yes,
is that what you call it? Just like we have a hashtag.
Yeah.
On the IG, and that is hashtag NATR stress free. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be great.
So that is the first one. The next one is one I'm really excited
about this one.
This is the Let's Hear It for the Boys Cal. This actually starts tomorrow, June 1st. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tomorrow's June 1st.
It
30
is.
days, half September, April, June, and November.
That means I have 1 week left.
No. All the rest have 31. Doesn't May have 31 days?
I have 1 week left in my 30s.
You do.
That's what I just said.
You do. I know. I was just doing that rhyme in my head.
I don't know the
30
rhyme.
days, half September, April,
Is
June,
something with your
November.
knuckles too?
No, so May has 31 days.
Are we?
I don't know.
Yes, you're
right.
Why
do I feel like I need to go back to school?
No, you're right.
June 1st is Monday.
Monday. All right, so this starts Monday. Yes, that's right.
How many people are probably screaming at us right now?
Yeah. All right, so let's hear it for the boys. So this one is to celebrate and bring a little more attention to all the male side of knitting.
Yeah.
To highlight male dyers, male designers, and patterns that are made or can be worn by men.
Yes. Absolutely.
So, and the reason I wanted to do this was because that's the whole reason the podcast started.
Yeah.
To just highlight that side of knitting. We hear, we don't hear a lot about it. And I thought this week what was really cool is that the other night we had watched Leading Men Fiber Arts, or I'm sorry, Dramatic Knits, who is Steve from Leading Men Fiber Arts.
Yeah.
And he had mentioned, so Steve, thank you for watching. And he had mentioned the knit along on his podcast, and he
actually had a lot to say, and I thought what he said was very eloquent and put together, and I think he made some really good points. So please, check out Dramatic Knit's last video. I think he put it very well. But sorry to interrupt.
No. So we're gonna start that on June 1st. It's gonna also run to August 31st.
Yeah.
We're gonna do no whips. I think.
Yeah. Let's start fresh.
Start fresh. No whips. And it was going to be, let's see my notes. No whips. We're going to do a hashtag, which is going to be NATR Boys 2020.
Yes, on Instagram.
Yep. We'll have an FO thread. We'll have a chatter thread, and you wanted a repository.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to put like a thread together, like I guess like a repository or a collection of, names of dyers, designers,
right.
Some patterns, like to have like a really good collection. Because talk about what you found today when you were searching on Ravelry. It was,
So I go to Ravelry today just in preparation for this. So if you go to Ravelry and you just go to patterns, and the only filter you use is a gender filter, Ravelry shows that there are 254,000 patterns that are classified for females, 52,000 Yeah, 52,000 for men, and then 147,000 that are unisex. So I select, and this is typically how I search for a pattern.
Right.
If I'm looking for something that I would like to knit for myself,
right.
I go and I filter for men, or male, rather. It's male. So I filter for male, and do you know that the third... So I think it puts them up there by popularity, and one of them's first one's a hat. Great. Next one's the flax. Great. Number 3. I don't know if I still have it on my phone. Let's see.
I don't know. I thought it was really interesting. It's just interesting. Not to put it like down or whatever, but I just think that we need to like... I think that we just need to bring it a little bit more into the spotlight, because while there could be a lot of patterns that, depending on yarn choice and stuff, that could work for a guy, you know, like for a shawl, for example. Like we have the Stephen West shawl, which is cool, but other shawls and scarves and things like that, the models are typically female, even for a male's pattern. So for me, obviously, you guys remember last week's debacle where I didn't even know how to friggin' put a hat on my head, or like how to wear that, you know, shawl or whatever. I think it's important for us to even know how to wear these knits, not necessarily just knitting them or a pattern by a guy. I think knits could be worn by males and not have to have that stigma. You know, there's got to be a cool way to be able to, like, you know, wear a shawl or something like that.
I think the key is that if you're going to state that a pattern is made for a male or it's unisex, is to show it being worn by a male.
Agreed.
And that would help. That would help, because I look at some of these. So here's a great example. Mm-hmm. This is the third highest pattern, I guess, when you search under male. It's the ripple butt shorts.
You're like super bright.
And I turned down the brightness. There we go. I mean,
which they're cool.
I don't know that I would wear that.
No, I think that they're more of like a, you know, you knit them just to knit them.
And then they accompany the ripple bralette, which is also considered a pattern for a male, which is fine if a man wants to wear it, but it's not something that you would typically think. Like, you're not going to go searching for, I mean, I'm not going to go searching for a ripple bralette.
Right.
Type of thing, right?
No, totally.
So, and that's just the thing. I think that when people are posting their patterns on Ravelry, is to really keep in mind your audience and who it's really meant for. Like, I don't know that butt shorts were knit for, like, George down the street, or the bralette for, like, Joe right around the block type of thing. And if so, great. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if that's the audience that the pattern's really going or knit for.
Yeah, maybe? I get it. And I mean, most patterns can be adapted for unisex, or it doesn't matter these days. Like, you can wear whatever you want, and that's not the point. That's really not the point, right? Because you can absolutely wear whatever the hell you want to. It's just for, you know, we've gotten a lot of comments actually on our YouTube channel saying, hey, thanks for showcasing this pattern. I want to knit something for my husband.
Yes.
Who's, you know, not necessarily into these colors or whatever, and that would be a great pattern for him. So that's kind of where we're going with this. Not necessarily like, I mean, I might knit a pair of booty shorts. Who knows? Like, whatever. But just to have them, like, I'm not really not going to wear them to Stop and Shop. But
right, no, but again, it's just to really highlight that side that doesn't get enough attention.
Agreed.
In my opinion, that's just my opinion. So let's look to male dyers. Let's look at male designers, and let's knit things for the guys in our lives.
Totally.
Or, you know, or obviously for yourself. And let's just have fun doing it, and introduce each other to other designers and dyers and patterns in the industry that we don't necessarily know about.
Absolutely.
So, you know, obviously check out Leading Men Fiber Arts. You know, Stephen West, Designs by Dells, Max the Knitter, the socks I just did from Maker's Knitting.
Yeah. There's a lot. Tana's Fiber Arts is dyed by, you know, her husband, Chris.
Husband does all the dyeing.
Yeah. There's so much out there. There's really so much out there. Mr. Snap That, right? From Ginger Snap That. Doesn't he make, like, T-shirts and different things like that? Like, there's just a lot of males in this community that I think it would be cool to have, like, a list. Like, that's why, that's where we were going with the repository kind of thing. Just to kind of have, like, a list.
Somebody had mentioned this to me before, and I don't remember who it was. And what I would like to do is, in the Needles at the Ready group, is make a collection. I think I can only do it for patterns, So as you guys maybe suggest patterns, I will add a collection of male patterns, and then that could be something that will just leave there for whatever, forever. So those are our 2 cows.
Yeah.
Or make-alongs. Mm-hmm. 1 make-along, 1 cow.
And we usually do this during acquisitions, but I'm wondering if we should do it now.
No, I want to do it. Let's do it during acquisitions.
Right. We already have a donation, guys, for this.
Yeah, we do. So it's really, really freaking exciting. So I can't wait to talk about that.
We're totally excited. We're not trying to be political or anything like that, but it's just going to be. We're very excited about this, and I think we're very happy to be shining some light on this, and yeah.
And then last thing, since we're in this little like admin section, let's talk about.
We've never had an admin section.
Let's talk about our 2,000 subscriber winner.
Oh my gosh!
So we had our thread for our 2,000 subscriber.
We did.
We are giving away.
I should have taken this out of the packaging.
That's okay. We're giving away a bag from Knit for Brains.
Knit for Brains. So I'm gonna actually show. Oh, sorry, crinkle party. Okay, so this is a bag by Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. This is from Laura. Little Forest Creatures. It's her medium bag. It's got I love her bags. The zipper is really the inside fabric
is a nice like gray. It kind of reminds me of
silvery almost. It's like a tree. What's that tree called?
Birch.
Like almost like a birch tree, but not as white. Do you know what I mean?
Correct.
And it also comes with a coordinating needle keeper.
Needle keeper cozy.
Yep.
Thingamajigger.
And her card, and on her business card, she always includes a little
progress keeper
or dingle dop, depending on where you're from,
or stitch marker, depending on how you'd like to use it.
Yep. And we're also giving away 2 skeins of yarn by Amanda Knits. This is all going to 1 person. I love being able to do like this. Like nice little package. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
This is in that damn flamingo colorway. Oh, it's showing up a little gray.
No. It's pink.
It's pink. It's so soft. And this is in dye flavored cupcake. And these 2 together, I think, would be so cute. Right?
Yeah.
So we're giving away all of those. We chose a winner this morning, and we locked the thread. We had quite a lot of entries. Did I close out Ravelry like an idiot?
No.
Mayhaps. Oh, no, I didn't.
No, you're in Ravelry right
I know,
now.
but then I'm confused.
You moved threads.
I did.
You went to the thread.
So, for our 2,000 subscriber giveaway, we had 170 entries, which was
a lot.
Mind-blowing to me. And the winner of that one
was 88.
Is on my other page, is 88. Yeah, good memory. And that is Jackie from Dundas, Ontario, Canada.
Yay, Jackie.
So Jackie posted... Oh, shoot. I lost what page it was on.
So 88 should be on page...
4. I think it's on 4. Yeah, 4. Maybe I wasn't as prepared. 82. Oh my gosh, guys. Some of these... So the prompt that we asked was... what was the favorite thing... What was your favorite thing that you've ever knit or crocheted or made? And... her Ravelry name is Silkerny. She also has a project page, which I can appreciate. She knit these... Oh, it's getting washed out. She has other pictures. This one might be a little bit better. She knit these Let It Snow socks.
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
Isn't that better?
Yeah.
How good are those?
Color work. I actually was thinking...
color work socks,
we're not
especially.
in focus.
Oh, come on back.
There we go. All right. Yeah, I've been thinking I would like to do something color work.
Yeah.
I might look into that.
How fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really nice.
Congratulations. Please, we will reach out to you, but we're going to give you a chance to watch the podcast, and we'd like for you to reach out to us. Send us a message on Ravelry with your address, and we will be happy to get that out to you. So congratulations. That was really awesome. And again, we just can't thank you all enough for subscribing to us and hanging out with us. And really, we look forward to doing this every fortnight.
Every fortnight. Yeah. All right, so that's
it. So
that's that stuff. So let's get into some knitting.
Woo! That was a lot. How
let's
do people
finally
do it? Who's like
know.
established and stuff?
Let's finally get into some knitting.
I'm done now.
All right. Do you have FOs?
I have one FO.
All right, let's show it.
I have one FO that is amazing. There. This is Kevin's cowl,
which has
no name just yet. His. Do you have yours?
Yeah.
Oh no, a fly came in. I think that's a fly.
Yeah. This is mine.
Yep.
Mine is knit out of yarn ink in Pebble, which is the white, and then something else.
This is knit out of Savvy Skeins. The light color is pumpkin spice latte, and the greenish brown with orange is moss on oak, and this is in her DK base. I have to say, Kevin, honestly, I think this pattern knit up very well. It was very easy. I've never done any mosaic knitting before, so for my very first time, I thought it was super easy to follow. It's an 8 pattern repeat, or 8 row repeat.
It actually, you know what's funny?
What?
It's an 8 row, 8 stitch repeat. I didn't realize that.
Oh, well, look at that. So Kevin is definitely going to be writing this pattern up, right, Kevin?
Yes, a lot of you guys have, shown interest in the pattern, so I will write it up. I just have to figure out how to, and then I may knit one more in a solid color to see if I really like it in a like speckly, variegated type of yarn.
Yeah,
but I like it. I think it's such a good.
Me too. And what's interesting is size. Because and it's not like super like hanging down like drapey. Yours is a little drapier than mine is, and I think that. I'm not sure if it was. It could be a lot of things. It could be the yarn. Yep. It could be.
You're all. I think
I'm a tighter knitter than you are.
Yeah.
But cool. Here's like the inside. I don't think I did such a bad job.
No,
what do you think?
I love the inside of
Me too.
slip stitches.
I know.
Like I love the floats and stuff.
Why couldn't you wear this like this?
You could.
Yeah.
There is a pattern.
Oh, what happened there?
Where?
Oh, that's like where I weaved in my...
No, that's where you carried your yarn up.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it looks a little...
See? Like, there's mine.
Oh, yeah. Yours looks a little bit more... I don't know. I do like the inside. That would actually be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at that's cool.
You know which one does a really good job with it? Carrying the yarn in the front is from the Metropolitan Cal from Rib Magazine, I think, issue 1.
Yeah.
That I've done 2 of those, and I believe Scott
would be a cool hat.
From Sweet Tea No Shade has done the hat, several of the hats.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I love the look of a slip stitch, or even carrying yarn. I think it looks really good. So it's interesting when you can see it on the other side. But I just love the way floats and stuff look on the inside of knitting. Inside of knitting's really pretty.
It is. I think so too. So that was that. So hopefully you write that up soon.
Yeah, and he knitted it up because I wanted to see too and make sure that it like made sense and that somebody else could at least like follow my thought process with it. So now that I know that it can be followed and to see that it still translates in a different color and that it translates, I thought it translated.
Oh, I thought it translated.
Well,
I think it looks really good. I mean, hold them like on top of each other. It's very on top of each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it. I love it.
I love it too. I think you did a great job.
I can't wait for the fall.
I'm very proud of you. I think, for the fall, we're gonna have some great things.
Yeah, I even have an idea already for something similar, another cowl that I've started looking at and thinking about. I at least have my 2 edges.
Really?
Yeah, kind of thought. Where I'm putting that thought process in.
Well, I love this one. This one has the rolled.
I love the rolled
edge, and it was a really a different bind off than I've ever done, which was cool.
I did use a stretchy bind off for it, which I got from. I had seen a video on YouTube, and I forget who did it. years ago for that stretchy one, but I think I followed the same bind off on Stephen West's Clockwork.
That's different than the one that he suggests?
No.
I love it.
So I used the same exact bind off that he used for his Clockwork shawl.
Oh. Well, anyway, it was really fun. It was really a fun knit, and it kind of, it was therapeutic. Like, it was just, you just kind of got to do your thing.
Yeah,
and it was easy to remember. Yeah. Good.
All right, so that was your FO?
That's my only FO.
All right, so I have 5 FOs, but they're all really quick FOs. Like I said, last week, week right after, I had the brain capacity to knit was dishcloths.
Yeah.
So I knit 5. All of them out of sugar, cream, lilies, sugar, and cream. So 2 of these color, 1 more of this blue. I'd shown one on the last one, and then 2 of these green and brown ones.
I love the green and brown.
Yeah, this is kind of like army-ish. It reminds me of like camouflage.
Yeah, I love it.
So yeah, it was really nice because I could just like pick it up.
Knit I'm really close.
I could knit one every day. Weirdo.
We have the camera a little closer to us this time around.
So yeah, so this is and we bought a bunch of Dishy yarn that's on the way.
Yeah, I'm excited
from
about
that. So
somebody had suggested that
Hobby Lobby yarn, the Hobby Lobby like yarn too. Somebody had mentioned, but somebody had said Dishy was a different, which much nicer than this.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to work with that and see the difference in the texture and try a different pattern because this is Grandma's Dishcloth by PJ Allen. Yeah. So I did the no holes version on all of mine that I knit up. So yeah, I'm gonna look for some other patterns. I'm gonna check out Ross's. Ross has a lot of dishcloth patterns.
Yeah,
he has
actually
on his site for free.
They look really cool. Yeah.
So I'll check out some of his, and I know that there was one I knit a while back that actually had slip stitches on it. Yeah, it's something about the sea or the ocean.
Well, I want to try. Somebody suggested that there was a crocheted version of like a loofah.
Oh yeah, that's
kind of. So I want to look at that and see too. I threw away my loofah. These work really well in the shower.
Yeah, you know what I actually thought about? Speaking of a loofah, I thought imagine making, and I saw this somewhere the other day, like on Facebook or Instagram. They had this little.
Well, you put the soap in?
That you put the soap in.
I saw that too. That's cool.
So I was like, oh, what if I did make one of these and seam up the sides and the bottom?
Absolutely.
And then leave the top open, and you could just actually put your bar
I bet you
soap
can Kitchener it.
Yeah, or I could do like a mattress stitch or whatever. Or even I could probably crochet it close.
Yes.
So I might try that. And then you just put your bar soap in, and you're good. Yeah. It gives you a little more grip.
Yeah, because I don't think that they lather as well as a loofah, obviously.
No, but I freaking
but they're I feel like they're great on my skin. I feel like it's.
I feel like I exfoliate my face every day.
Yeah, great.
My face feels nice and soft.
Good, it's so good. Like a
and I didn't even moisturize today.
I hope that's not a bee.
It's not a bee.
Okay,
that's a fly. So yeah, those were my FOs. You know what? I think it's when you're knitting. I think it's just. You have to knit what you love at the moment. So if you're not enjoying if you're not enjoying the projects you're working on, it's okay to step away. If it's for a day, a couple weeks, a month, like you have to enjoy it. Otherwise, it becomes. If you don't, I think that's why a lot of people sometimes too don't like take jobs in a certain field because you want to love what you're doing.
Yeah.
So if you're not loving it, just step away and do something else. Sometimes it's.
Well, I just cast something else on because I wanted to stay with I had 2 whips, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on these. I'm going to be monogamous. I'm going to get them done. And then it started becoming like, oh, I guess I got to do one more row. And I was like, wait a minute. No, I don't. No. I can just cast something different on. Yeah. And who cares? There's no rules. I do my own thing.
Yeah. Currently, I want to cast on at least 3 more things. I want to cast on a sweater, a hat, and a cowl.
Yes.
I think I need another set of knitting
I just
needles.
cast on that hat, so...
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are my FOs.
Cool.
And what I like about those, and you and I have talked about it, is, and we see this a lot from a lot of other podcasters, is that the dishcloths make a really good, like, Christmassy type of gift, or people coming over, like, here, take a dishcloth.
Totally.
So that's why we got the Dishy. What our idea is we have this really cute, old school looking apple picking basket. That we got from Home Goods. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to like knit them, roll them up, really nice. Tie them with their own yarn. And then we're just going to have a bunch in there. So if people come over and they want one, they could just grab one on their way out. And there we go. And then it'll be like a little parting gift. Like, get the heck out.
Right.
Take a towel.
Yeah, because it's like, take a towel. Take a towel and go. Clean up your own mess.
I was wondering, what about for napkins? Can we use them as napkins instead of using a paper towel all the freaking time?
I don't know.
Because we have tried a lot to stop using paper towels as often. So that could be a replacement. Oh, I have an idea.
Okay.
What if I weave some? I have my little loom.
No, we're going to move on from that because I can't. You are not allowed. You're not allowed to start any new crafting.
I already have it. My loom.
Yeah. You also have your perler beads.
My warp.
You also have your spinning wheel.
I do. I think it's important because what if I get bored with my knitting? Then I need another craft.
Draw a picture.
I can't draw for. That's like one of the things I can't do.
There's
can't
some
draw
YouTube
for the life
videos
of me.
out there.
No.
Yeah, I want to do that clay. What's that clay called?
Oh, polymer clay.
Polymer clay.
I want to make yes.
Yeah, it was cool. I got sucked into the polymer clay YouTube videos.
Oh my gosh, it's such a great thing. Like,
yeah, it was cool.
What's her name?
I'm totally not artistic like that though.
No, but this lady, she's in Australia.
Who?
The one that we watch.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on. Like, if you guys just like getting lost in YouTube, check out Creative Rachy.
Oh, yeah, Rachel.
Rachy on YouTube. And she makes polymer clay little...
Like charms.
Charms, which could be used, if you're really crafty, you could make these charms and turn them into stitch markers and progress keepers.
Easily. Absolutely.
Totally. And they're cute.
Which is why I was like looking at them like, that would be cool to like make our own little progress keepers and stuff.
I would like to, when everything's kind of open again, is to go to Joann's
and just browse
and go over and check. And if there's like a affordable kit that kind of gives us everything that we would need to just like mess around and make some things,
right?
Then I will totally buy it, and then we will make some stitch markers or something.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on.
Let's move on
to your whips. My whips. Our whips.
We both have. Let's pull out our same whip. Let's do that.
Which one is that?
We have
Stephen West.
So mine, we're going to talk about our boneyards. Mine is in my Dumbledore's Army bag by Twinkle and Twilight on Etsy. I love this bag with my Deathly Hollows.
Oh, I have Deathly Hollows.
Oh, you do have Deathly Hollows? Yeah. One day I'll have a Deathly Hollows tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Here, have yours come out too. We could talk about them at the same time.
Okay.
They're like siblings, unlike us.
They're like unlike us. They're like adopted siblings.
Kind of.
Yeah. Oh, this bag is he's getting messier and messier. I don't know why. Okay.
All right.
Oh, shit. Oh. Uh-oh. Hi, Mom.
You swore.
Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Somebody just commented, too, that their 4-year-old, like, comes out and says, "Oh, there's Ray and Kevin."
And now you just ruined their childhood.
Sorry, we're no longer family friendly. Whatever.
All right.
Okay.
Where's yours?
Here.
You've made a lot of progress on that. Hold on. Let's pull.
I mean, see, like really getting bunched up.
Yeah. So you've done quite a bit.
So
yours
here's
is
where
way
I
bigger
was.
than mine.
Here's where I was. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh. Wait. Talk about your own things.
All right. Mine looks quite different than the last time we were on here. I ripped a good section of mine out. So last time we were here,
you did rip a lot out. I had such anxiety, Kevin.
I had gray stripes. I had gray and blue going.
Oh, yeah, it's different. It's so different. You guys didn't see this.
But I got to a certain point and I was like, oh, let me just count my stitches just to make sure I have the right number of stitches. And I had I had 90 stitches on each side of these stitch markers. And you should have, when you're knitting this, once you've done your initial increases, you should have an odd number of stitches on each side of the shawl. So I took some out and I was like, okay, corrected one side, counted the other side, still off. I had to go all the way back to the first row of gray, which I added here. So I ripped it all the way back to this place, which again,
but then you made a lot of progress after that.
And then I knit back up, and what I decided to do differently is I decided to just stick with my blue. I used it all up. I actually was knitting this during bingo, and I ran out of yarn for like the last 10 stitches.
You didn't, and so you didn't like knit through it the whole time almost.
Yeah, I ran out of yarn. I had 10 stitches left, so I just felt it in the next ball and just knit those up. And then I'm going to just do a 2-row stripe of my gray.
This is reading more red.
Yes, see, didn't
yeah,
right? It's a very orangey red. So this is the Arbor by Brooklyn Tweed and Butte.
Right.
So it's a very orange, like it's here. It looks a little rusty,
like a blood
like
orange,
a rusted orange. Like this is something like you would see on a rusted tire.
Were you gonna say rusted wagon wheel?
Rusted wagon wheel.
Or a rusted wheelchair?
This is the exact color you would see on like a rusted wagon wheel. But I feel like the gray tones it down a little bit, and it reads
does.
like a red. So now that as I'm knitting this, I said to Ray the other night, I was like, when I look at this, I think of Captain America.
I don't.
I do, because I just like these are his colors. I mean, it just the first thing that my mind goes to. I like it, so I'm going to continue to use the gray and the orange together.
Yeah.
Keep the striping until I run out of both skeins of the Butte. Then I'm going to switch back to the dark blue, and then I'm going to do my border in the gray. And this gray is the Aegean Tweed by Cascade. So I think that's now where I'm going to go. And I kind of feel like it was a blessing.
Yeah.
That I had to take it out because I wasn't sure about my
Me too. I like
with my gray and my blue and then the orange and the fade. So I think this makes it a little simpler.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the way that the gray and the orange are working together. So yeah, so that's where I'm at.
I'm really glad that you actually that you made that change.
You know what, too, like you and I were talking about me taking out work, and I don't like the mistake. I was watching I Rock Knits, and this was several weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, one of her podcasts, and she had mentioned that the idea of taking stuff out and like correcting your mistakes, some people, I just can't leave a mistake in most of the time. But she said nobody's ever going to say, oh man, I'm really mad that I corrected my mistake.
Yeah.
Like you're never going to have that. You may be upset that you put a lot of time into it and that you had to take it out and correct it, but you're never going to be mad or upset that you've corrected your mistake and that you're happy with the final product.
That you're not happy with the final product.
Right. Like you're always going to be happy that you corrected that mistake. So I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad I fixed the mistake, and now I'm in a better spot. And that's why
you have a different design.
Yeah.
Like in your head, or whatever.
Yeah, different. Like it's going to look completely different than what I initially thought it was going to look like.
Absolutely. Definitely. And I know we already showed it, but I love the colors.
I love yours.
Yeah, I do like it a lot, actually. And I think what?
So you know what it reminds me of?
What?
For some reason, it reminds me
of.
No,
because that's all I'm gonna see.
Honeycombs.
Honeycomb cereal?
Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't know. Maybe because you're hungry. I just heard your stomach growl. Or that was maybe.
I think that was yours. My stomach has not growled.
I'm really.
Yeah,
hungry.
I love yours.
Yeah, I like it too. And this is using Aegean Tweed as well. This is really embarrassing because these skeins are starting to fall apart a little bit because I'm getting like.
That's why you need a ball sack.
To the end. I know I need a ball sack. So I'm using this one is gold or color number 1, and then this is cream, and that is color number 7. I just remember that from the ball. So this is the one that I wanted to be like monogamous on and just like keep going. So I did knit on this during bingo, and I knit a few some more. The problem, you know what? And this is where I said like now that it's starting to get a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
The wool is starting to feel different. Knitting it. So
absolutely.
And so this wool is very very woolly wool. Woolly wool. So it wasn't like flowing as nicely on my needles, and I wanted something like anyway, so I put it on not on hold because I did make progress, but
you made a ton of progress.
I'll probably be done with it in the next 2 weeks, I think.
Oh, good for you.
You think so?
I don't know.
I do.
You know what too helps I found, and I was thinking about this, speaking of like woolly wool, and it's hard sometimes with the humidity. So that's the hardest time. It's not really the heat; it's the humidity in your hands and the moisture on your hands and the moisture
and what the yarn like absorbs too, because then it can get a little.
So one thing I found is just washing your hands helps with that quite a bit, and not adding like a lotion. Okay. So I did that yesterday when I was knitting on something. Like I started feeling that type of stick of the yarn. So that helps. I thought that helped quite a bit. Just washing my hands. I wonder
if the soap like dries your hands out or something like that, and that helps it.
And then not using. I mean, you're lucky because you're using a metal needle. Yeah. When you're using a wood needle this time of year with humidity, it just drags. Like the project gets stuck on it, and it doesn't move as smoothly off the needle. So having the metal needles helps a bit for that too.
Yeah. But I like it a lot. It's a fun pattern. It's super easy.
Yeah. And I think that maybe that was a bit of the reason too that I was struggling with knitting it. Is not that it's too easy, is that because it's so easy, I think I was getting bored with mine in the way that I was knitting it. So, and I think that's what makes it a little bit more interesting now, is that now that I'm changing colors every 2 rows, it's a little more exciting to get to another color. Where before it's like, oh my God, I got to knit, 12 rows to get to my next change. So I think that's why when people knit and design shawls, self-striping or design shawls, we hear it a lot with on Cozy Up Knits when Jamie is designing a shawl, how she gets bored very easily. So there's always a lot of changes in her design. And I think that's because you need that to kind of keep going. Like you want to get to kind of motivate. Let me get to because I do find like when I'm going from one color to when I'm getting closer to the next color, there's like a little bit of burst of energy. Like, oh, I can't wait. I'm almost there. I'm almost to the next color. Right. It's almost like being on a long car trip. And where you have those milestones. Right. You're like, only 10 miles left. Right. We're good. Or, something like that. So I think and maybe that was my issue too with your clockwork, why it took me so long to knit that, is that it was just the same thing. Miles and miles and miles long. It's a great first time shawl, both of those, because you're learning different things. Yeah. Yes. But because it's just the same thing over and over, it gets a little bit boring, so it drags on and the process becomes a little like sometimes. Yeah. Oh, totally. But yeah, I love yours. Yours, it's really interesting too to see the feel. Your yarn is much lighter than mine. The Arbor has more of a twist and a little more body to it. Yeah, agreed. So it's stiffer in that blue section. So I'm really interested to see the way the two of them look once they're both blocked and the feel of them. Yours is going to have a much lighter, airy flow. It's going to be a drapier, I think. It's going to be. I think it's going to not block out super long because it's non-superwash, so it's not going to be like super. Right. Correct. I'm not going to add like so much length to it. Yeah. But I think it's going to soften the yarn even more and just kind of like have the stitches a little, get. I think yours might bloom nicely. The yarn. Me too. Same. So yeah, I'm interested to see the difference, and it'll be good for people to see too. Like this is how it looks. Yeah. Side by side. It's taking I feel like it's taking a very long time. This is my largest project. Yeah. So well, soon it won't be. No, soon it won't be. Yeah. Yeah. All right. What else you got? Next up. So my next one is my Rose City rollers. Again, I put these on hold. I haven't touched them until just this past weekend. So last time I just finished my cuff. I finished my roll of my Rose City roller, so I just finished that. Oh, yeah, the last time, yeah. And so I've done my heel flap and my gusset. And I'm just doing really vanilla. I'm not switching colors. And I did my turn. I picked up all my stitches, so now I'm just kind of like stock knit city on the foot of it. It fits pretty well. Okay. I did put it on, and my stitches up here on the top of my foot become very stretched out. So which is odd because I'm on 2.5. I'm using my 2.5 millimeter Chow Goose on my 32-inch cord. The yarn I'm using is my Once Upon a Corgi and the Marie Cutie base and the colorway Death. And I don't know that we've talked about this a lot. So the really interesting thing with this yarn is that it is not merino. This is 75% superwash Corriedale. So this just knitting with it has more of a wool feel to it. It's a little more, I guess you would say, like how people say toothy. Like you can see it. There's more of a halo. There's a halo. It's so funny that you say that because I just noticed that. It is only 2-ply from what I can tell. I wonder if you can get that good. When you knit this up, even though like superwash, you normally just think that it's a soft, like it's soft. Yeah. and I'm not going to say it's not soft, but you
Right.
can. It feels like wool when you're just.
It does, but which
knitting with
interesting
it.
though, because my first sock head slouch was made with this, and I don't
Right.
feel like it was.
It knits up different. It
Yeah.
knits up, and it's very soft against your skin.
It looks
once
super
it's-
soft. That's gonna be really comfortable sock for you.
So-
Hopefully it fits you once
Yeah,
everything is said and done.
I think it should.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll be okay. It's just the top. I just noticed that. So I don't know if maybe a superwash Cordale, if it doesn't have as much stretch as a merino does.
Maybe.
And before I decided to make socks with it, and I did a different pair probably back in episode 1 I'd used it. I had Googled just Cordale and the properties, and it had said that Cordale yarn is very good for socks. It's a strong yarn. So if you guys haven't knit with it, I would highly recommend it. It gives you a little bit of a different experience. Knitting with it, it has a bit of a different feel. So yeah, ours is, like I said, she is a local dyer to us, Once Upon a Corgi. Wow, our lighting.
No, it's not. Just chill. Take a breath.
No, it's got to be over there. So Once Upon a Corgi. She's the next town over. And I think a lot of her yarn actually might be Cordale.
Really?
So, but yeah, definitely check it out. I think it's fun. I have another skein of it, so I'll have to figure out a different colorway though.
You do? Which one?
I have Lemony Snicket.
Oh yeah, you do. That's gonna be fun.
It's very similar in colors, but there's a little more green in it. This has some. So this has some gray. It's black, a little black. There's some what
Some
I'm now
green, I
calling
think.
like rose gold.
Oh.
There's like just these little stitches, and I love that about speckled yarn is that sometimes it's just like one stitch or one leg of a stitch that's that color. I'm trying to see if I can find the rose goldy. There's some yellows almost in here, but it's a really pretty yarn.
It is.
Yeah, you can see the halo on it.
Yeah, you're
There.
close now. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll probably finish at least have one of these done, maybe this week.
Okay.
It's nice. It's just like when I had like put that to the side because I couldn't find time to do the heel flap and gusset because you actually have to think about that a little bit and make sure you're keeping count and once you do your heel turn and all that. I just wasn't finding the time to just chill out and do that. So now that it's done, now it's like an easy knit.
That's awesome.
So that's it on my whips.
Oh,
and that pattern is by Mara Catherine Briner. It's a free pattern
for the
on
Rose
Ravelry.
City Rollers.
Yeah, Rose City
Yeah.
Rollers. It's a free pattern
Absolutely.
on Ravelry.
yes. I have a sock here as well. This is in my. I really
Sunnyside?
love this bag.
Nice.
I do love this bag so much.
Is it Sunnyside Stitches or
Sunnyside Stitches.
no Sunny
Stitch bags.
Sunny Stitch bag. Sunnyside is that
Yeah.
school that remember that elementary
Oh
school
yeah,
on
Milford.
No, Shelton
Yeah.
on River Road.
That's what I meant, Shelton, not Milford. Shelton. So, I didn't make much progress on these socks. I showed these last time. My first toe up socks. I don't know why everything.
I still love that yarn.
I love this yarn so much. I am using Lolo Didits and her quotable Dumbledore. I believe it's the February Club. Or her, not February Club. Quotable Dumbledore Club in her February 2020 colorway. Yeah. So I believe
Words. That's the
Words. Yeah. So this is Words.
so good.
I know. I've showed this. I
So
feel like
good.
a few times now.
It really is such a beautiful.
I love
color.
it. It's so good. I'm actually using a needle protector from. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, I love the owls.
Me too.
I would like a bag with owls on it and a bag with foxes.
So I didn't get much done. I didn't put a progress keeper in here to show where I was last time, but I feel like I was like about here. I'm getting to the point. I think what's stopping me is I'm afraid that I'm going to get to the heel without knowing what kind of heel I'm going to do.
Oh.
So I'm about 90% sure that I'm going to try a Fish Lips Kiss heel
Yeah.
for the first time. I know that there's a lot of measurements and stuff, I think, involved. There's not a lot of math, but you do have to do some math. When I was looking, it's $1 the pattern, but you have to kind of take a third of your stitches when you're making the heel and all of that. So I was thinking about doing an afterthought heel, just like a straight real afterthought heel, but then I wanted to do the Fish Lips Kiss, so I kind of put these on hold because I'm getting to the point where I have to start thinking about putting my heel in.
Yeah.
So I'll have a decision made probably this weekend. And if it's going to be the Fish Lips Kiss, then I'll have all my, like, you have to like cut out a cardboard.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like a 16-page pattern, so it's very in depth.
It is.
And I don't remember.
And it seemed intimidating at first, but it's really not when it gets broken down. But I actually need to I just need to take a minute and go step by step and make sure that I'm going to be right. But I think other than that, the yarn is fantastic. The colors are so good. I did Judy's Magic Cast On for the toe. So far, it fits really well. I'm doing 68 stitches on a 2.25 millimeter needle, and I love the fabric that it's creating, and it fits really well around my foot. So yeah. So once I get there with the heel, decision on what I'm going to do for the heel is when I'm going to like kind of go ham and just do it.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
And that's like all of our knitting projects.
No, I have one more.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
So I cast this on 2 nights ago. Because again, like I didn't want to knit on my sock because I didn't know what heel I was going to do. I wasn't prepared to make that kind of decision. I just wanted like a nice simple thing. And the Stephen West shawl, it was been very humid here. We don't have the air conditioner out there downstairs yet. So I wanted to make, I don't know, this has like become my go-to pattern. I love the sock head slouch hat so much, and I actually love seeing other people like making it too, you know? I think it showcases the yarn so well, even more so than a sock does. Like, I think in the pattern itself she says something about for the yarn that is too pretty for your feet or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, this yarn, I've been obviously ironing this yarn, and we showed this, when we first got it. But this is from Amanda Knits. This is in her colorway Fox Farts, which I just can't get over.
I do. I love it.
It's not showing up really well. It caked up really like awesome when we first caked it up. And it's knitting up beautifully. Look.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really nice hat.
Fun. I don't know if it's focusing very well.
No, it's focused.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be like such a happy hat. It's like it's striping. It's not like pooling very well, which is good. Although I wouldn't mind pooling in this because these colors are so awesome. Anyway, so yeah. So I finished the cuff brim. Finished the brim, and I just started on my stockinette here. I can't wait because like this, it's gonna look really cool.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting. It reminds me of like,
isn't that neat?
Yeah, like night and day, like the sun. Yeah, and then you have the night sky.
Oh, maybe. I love it.
Yeah, it's knitting up beautifully.
Yeah, it really is, and the yarn is.
I know.
So soft. I don't know what her base is. I think it's
75.
25?
I was dying to knit. I really wanted to knit with
dying with it. 75-25 superwash merino and nylon. 463 yards. Ooh.
I wanted to knit with whatchamacallit, avocado toast that we got from Amanda as well.
Avocado toast.
I wanted to cast on a different Stephen West shawl, but I don't have enough for it, so I may have to get some more avocado toast.
That focused really well.
Yeah.
So Amanda Knits. She's got some new colorways and stuff.
Yeah.
Look what else was in my little bag.
Cute.
Love him. So that's that. So I wanted something like...
Yeah.
Now I'm to the point where it's mindless. Although, you know what I found? I found that I was able to...
knit without looking.
To knit ribbing.
Oh.
Without looking.
I don't even know if I tried that.
Not all the way.
No, yeah, maybe.
But like
maybe.
and my stitches aren't bad.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I love it. I can't wait to see what it's, Oh, and then you're not gonna be able to see this, but there's an orange. Ooh. I thought it was gonna focus for a minute.
It almost did.
Yeah.
Orange stitch marker.
Orange stitch marker that Amanda included in her
yarn
with her yarn to like match to coordinate the yarn.
Yeah,
very
nice.
Very, very nice. Very excited. And this is living in my La Garceau bag, which
super cute.
I can't.
Yeah, maybe I'll cast on a hat this weekend.
They're fun. I just think that they're fun.
Yeah, I was looking at one that I might do that's a Brooklyn tweed pattern that I have in my, I think it's called Snare, that I have in my library already. I was going to buy that other one. Yeah, it's called Snare. I think there's some cabling in it. So just give me something a little bit different to do. So that's our knitting content. So let's talk about acquisitions and...
Well, we had one acquisition.
One acquisition, and then we had some donations.
So let's we had a little party in our mailbox. Actually came during our live episode.
In our owl post.
All
right. So first one is we got... So these are really quick. We got our Lolo Did It Dumbledore, Quotable Dumbledore Club. This is the May 2020 colorway. This might be my favorite personally.
Really?
I love this color.
That's saying a lot.
So this month's quote was, right? Birdie Bots every flavor beans. I was most unfortunate in my youth to come across a vomit flavored one. And since then, I'm afraid I rather lost my liking for them. But I think I'll be safe with a nice toffee. Alas. Earwax.
I love that scene.
So, this is...
That's not your stomach? That's my stomach?
That one was just my stomach.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm really
I was going to say.
All right. So here's the main color. This is called Earwax.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's showing up beautifully.
Oh, my gosh.
It is showing up beautifully.
Yes. Absolutely love it.
Me too.
The brown,
mine's up there somewhere.
The blacks, the little... This here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
This down there. Greeny. I want this, like, I don't even know what to knit with this.
I know.
But I want to knit with this so bad. So I don't know if I've said this in other podcasts.
This one feels plumper.
Ray and I've talked about this. I've mentioned it to him. I'm so tempted to do
well, can we make like
a Vertices United.
A face? Like just like a face wrap? Sometimes this yarn just feels so good you just want to like keep it on your face.
You can make a hat with just the cutout for your eyes and do that.
It feels so good. Earwax.
And then the coordinating mini is called, I just literally looked at it too. Birdie Bots.
Oh, Birdie Bots.
Birdie Bots.
Every flavor bean. They mean every flavor. Doesn't Ron say that?
Yeah. No, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred swears he got a bogey flavored one once. Something. Whatever.
So yeah, I love that color.
Yeah, it's so good, Kev. I love it. I have one too. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I really want to.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you should actually start knitting with them because you haven't.
I did. I cast on one thing, but I'm taking it out. It was my simple skip. My simple simple skip socks. So that was that, and
then oh my goodness.
So this one is part gifted and a donation for our knit along. For the Let's Hear It for the Boys. So I'm like crazy excited about this one.
Me too.
Because
it's a first for us.
It's a first getting to see their yarn in person, and I was very excited because they were going to be a vendor at Stitches United, which was happening in was supposed to happen in Connecticut back in March or April. April, I think, wasn't it?
March.
Was it March?
Yep.
Yeah, the end of March.
It was the weekend before I started my new job.
Yeah. So I was looking forward to getting to see this dyer and look at their yarn, and we were graciously contacted by Leading Men Fiber Arts. Mm-hmm. They reached out to us, heard about the knit along, and wanted to donate a prize to it. So we got back in touch with Steve, and last week during our live, we said that there was a delivery, and this is what we got in the mail. So we couldn't have been more.
We had no idea what he was going to send. He just sent us a beautiful email, just saying, hey, we'd like to send you something, and so we each got
a very first. Neither one of us have ever had one of these.
A sock blank.
A sock blank.
Oh my god, this feels amazing.
I know this one.
I actually haven't taken this out of the package yet.
This is on there.
I could just wrap this around my face and be good.
It's like a scarf.
Oh my God! Look at it.
Do you know? Did you see what that colorway is called though?
Yeah.
Did you?
I did actually see
American
it. It's American Beauty, I think. Yes.
And
American
this one is
Beauty.
Magic School Bus.
Guys.
Like.
Oh, I love it so much. Oh, I thought you were going to show yours too.
Well.
Look at that.
I know, it's so interesting. Like, I can't wait to see how these knit up. Like, this is.
I love it.
Greens and blues and yellows and browns. Like, this is
75% superwash merino,
25%
25% nylon,
100
100% amaze balls.
Yeah. And then
I don't know how to put this back in the package, but
I know the coordinating color. This is on their Showstopper mini skein.
I know.
So
it's like a whole set.
I know, right? 92 yards, 20 grams. So 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. This is called Wind Chill. This is a beautiful blue.
Beautiful.
This blue's like right up my alley.
Yeah.
So yeah, beautiful.
And then my coordinate. So hold it up with your like next to the sock blanket. I mean, it's perfect. How fun are those?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to do socks with those.
Oh, for sure.
Those are gonna. That's gorgeous.
I can't wait to
with like a really long leg.
Yeah, I can't wait to
show
do.
it off.
Yeah, I can't wait.
This one is the coordinating color that I got.
That's a beautiful color too.
Blue Buddha.
I love that. That's a nice like.
Oh, I love it.
It's a deep. It's almost like. Teal,
how cool is that?
Like yeah, there you go. That's better. Yeah, that's gonna look really really great together.
So
I've never knit with a sock blank.
Me neither.
Super excited to do it.
Me too. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm gonna do it wrong, but he gave us like some tips, which is really great.
Yeah.
So this is the Showstopper mini. Just like Kevin said, 20 grams, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and 100% wonderful.
And then the next thing is the prize for the giveaway, or for the. So this is the prize for the Let's Hear for the Boys.
Let's Hear for the Boys. Yeah, which is so fitting. You know, obviously, you know they're male dyers.
Yep.
So this is an entire kit.
Yes,
guys. This is for the Dramatic Swing Wrap. Part of the Raptitude collection.
And it's designed by Megan Williams. Let's take it out.
Take it out. It's packaged beautifully. It's on like cardstock.
Yes.
The pattern is like on cardstock, wrapped in a plastic sleeve. I mean, I'm sure it's all patterned, but it's like such a great quality.
Yeah, it's very good. You know what? I have patterns like this from
How cool is that wrap? Yeah. Now, what's interesting is because this, I feel like, could be a unisex wrap.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. A lot of it has to do by color choices and how you knit it. So a lot of things
there's like no lace in this. Doesn't look like.
No, it looks like a garter stitch.
Yeah.
Maybe looks some stockinette.
I kind of want to knit this, actually.
I know.
Here. Yeah, Megan Williams. The pattern is so detailed. Oh, cool! Look at that.
Yeah, that. So I don't know how we can show that without. But there's a really interesting detail in the pattern that intrigues me a bit, and I want.
How fun!
Yeah.
I wonder if I can.
Well, the white's blowing out a lot too. Down just a little bit, yeah. So look at that. Yeah, so you can
see that a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little out of focus.
I just can't see like the laptop.
No, you're right there, right there.
Yeah. How cool is that little extra detail? There?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be cool.
I love it.
So and they were very generous, Andy and Steve.
Yeah, it's like part of the whole kit. The yarn for it.
2 skeins of yarn, and let me tell you, when I pulled this out,
amazing.
I'm like blown away. This is their Showstopper base.
Yeah.
The colorway, this one is called the Haunted Wood.
Oh, it's so good.
This one is called Trap Door.
You know what I can appreciate too with these, that they're reskeined, so you can kind of see like what it's going to look like. You know,
I mean, guys, this yarn is so incredibly soft.
Look at even just you holding it in your hand.
It's just like bloop, 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 bloop. Super impressed by it. Both are 463 yards, 100 grams, 75% superwash, 25% nylon. I think these are amazing colors. Oh. Like I think their base is so good.
Me too.
I need to buy some.
Yes.
Because this is such an
They have a lot
base.
of colorways.
They do. They have a lot of colorways.
Yeah.
They actually have a really cool club that they're doing.
I was just going to say the same thing.
Where I don't know the name of the club, so forgive me. But it's where cast of characters.
Cast of characters.
I think maybe cast of characters. Where it's a monthly club where they're shipping out, I believe, minis in their colorways, and it's going alphabetical. So they're. I think he said in the last one that they're going to be wrapping up the A's and they're going to be moving into the B's.
Yeah.
So if you sign up by the middle of the month, you get that shipment. But yeah,
listen to how I
definitely want to. I'm so bummed that Stitches United was canceled and that we didn't get a chance to see them in person. I hope one day we get to.
Me too.
Because they have a lot of beautiful colorways on their site. Yeah. I go there all the time, and they have things outside of yarn too. They have bags and things of that nature. So definitely, definitely check out Leading Men Fiber Art. They have beautiful colors. It's so fitting for this knit along. So and they do a lot of their business at shows, and obviously just like every other yarn dyer, they've had to not go to shows, so it'd be a great way to support some small businesses, which is always, I think that's one of the best things that's come out of this, is that a lot of people have turned to small businesses.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's nice to really see like the support out there and people like showcasing other I thought that said over 2 hours.
No, we're just at just an hour and 16 minutes.
Oh.
We thought we were going to be under an hour today.
Yeah, we did. We didn't have a lot of
I know we didn't.
editing and stuff.
It's that our chit chat, and then it's the just like.
Well, we have special events.
Yeah.
Special events. No admin stuff. Special events stuff.
All right, and so thank you again, Steve and Andy.
Absolutely,
we totally appreciate it. We think we might have one more prize come in, so that's really cool, and it would be from another male dyer, so that's awesome.
Yeah,
and so we're really excited. I'm really
I'm
excited by this,
Cal.
This too. And we've even talked about it, maybe doing a different type of let's hear it for the something, and continue doing it throughout the year, maybe every 3 months or something like that. So we'll have to come up with some more ideas, but I'm super excited for this. I hope you guys are too, and I hope you guys participate.
Me too.
Because I think it's going to be fun. I hope people appreciate where we're coming from with the want to do this. So that's
absolutely
knitting.
That's all my content.
We always wrap it up with kind of what we've been watching and reading.
Yep.
I've been movie. I've been on a movie kick.
You have.
I watched the first 4 Harry Potter movies, so Philosopher's Stone.
I thought you were going to say falafels.
Falafels. No, but that reminds me of She's All That, and I've been meaning to watch that. So, yeah, Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Pups Crying, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, and Goblet of Fire. I finished those yesterday, and then I also watched Pitch Perfect, which I love that movie. It makes me laugh every single time I watch it, without fail. Every single time I watch Pitch Perfect, I laugh. So that's always a feel good one, and I sing along with them. You get those songs stuck in your head. I have freaking one of their songs stuck in my head. I've been singing it all day. And then I also started 2nd season of The Last Kingdom. I only 1 episode in, I think, but I've been enjoying that.
Here he comes.
Oh, here's the baby. Hi, handsome.
Hi, bud.
What's up?
What's going on?
What are you doing? Oh, look at your tail go. Look at your tail go. Hi, handsome. Come here.
So, I haven't watched anything. What else have you watched? Anything else?
No, I think that's all that I've watched. Oh, Alias. We've been watching Alias.
Yeah, we've been watching Alias, which is great. I love Alias so much. We kind of talked about it.
Yeah. So we're still in season 1. I think we're maybe 10 episodes in, about, I would say. No. I think it's somewhere around there. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think we're about 10 episodes in.
We're 3 episodes in.
No, I mean, we've already gone to... we're already talking about Rambaldi.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Rambaldi just got introduced.
Yeah, but that was about 2 to 3 episodes ago. So, yeah, no, we're about 10 episodes
I don't think so. We can't be.
Absolutely,
really?
Yeah. I mean, we've seen Ava.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
It's really cool, actually. What I love about going back to watch this. I think now the TV show is 19 years old.
Is it really?
Yeah, so that's crazy. So
with the Nokia phones.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Right?
Like that was my first cell phone, with the Nokia.
Me too.
Pull out your antenna, play a little snake game on it. Is going back and seeing some of the actors in it. So you have Bradley Cooper, which that was the first time I had seen him in anything. Dogs barking. He's in the bedroom.
He's in the bedroom. When we make the bed, he doesn't like when we make the bed.
So
we make the bed every friggin' day.
But this is what he does. And then you have, I don't know her name. I think it's Eva Mendes. No, it's not Eva Mendes.
Who?
Jessica Pierce from Suits. So that's the first time I ever saw her.
Yeah, I don't know her name.
In there. And then Jennifer Garner, this was the thing that put her on the map. Like, she was in Felicity before this, and that's the first thing I remember seeing her in. But she's so good in Alias. That's why she got the role of Elektra. Even going to her most recent action.
I wasn't a fan of Elektra so much.
I will watch Elektra.
I'll watch it just because
I like her in it. Yeah. I like her as Elektra. I think she plays a very good Elektra. And then what was she in? Peppermint? Like, she could. That. You and I saw Peppermint. Remember, she was the mother. Her husband and daughter died at the carnival.
Oh, that was great.
So good. So I think Alias really set her up for those type of roles, that action role.
Me too.
She's just so good in it. And season 2 is actually considered one of the better seasons of television. Like, she's so good in season 2, so I'm excited to get to that.
Alias, yeah. Maybe we'll watch them tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. We have some podcasts to catch up on tonight.
We do have some podcasts to catch up on.
Yeah, we have a lot to catch up on. And we've been watching a lot, Bearded Pearl, Grocery Girls, Our Norms, Cozy Up Knits, Urban Yarn, right, with Gary. We watched Whatnot last night. So we've been staying up on everybody. We have
we're trying to.
A new one. What was the new one? Oh my gosh, The Knitting Bear. Paul at The Knitting Bear was a new one that we watched.
Paul actually made the comment or made the point about
colors not being masculine.
Colors, yeah, because his father. Was it his father? I don't know. Wanted something knit or whatever, but I don't remember.
No, they're not. But
yeah,
they lean towards sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I love pink. I love wearing pink.
Me too. Well, look at those purple socks.
No,
I was going to say
isn't purple. This is more of like this is more maroony. But I love purple and pink. And who doesn't love a good baby blue too? Yeah. And then reading. I've read a lot. I've read a decent amount. So a couple episodes ago, I started talking about this book. I wasn't sure if I loved it. Blah blah blah. It was called. It's a Soulbound series by Haley Turner. Book 1 took me a very long time to get into, but by the end of it, I very much enjoyed it. Wasn't sure if I was going to continue on. I finished book 2. Book 2 was called All Souls Near and Nigh, and then I'm currently in the middle of book 3, which is called A Crown of Iron and Silver.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. What I love about this series now is that in each book, there's a different set of old gods in it. So this one currently is a lot of the gods from Ireland.
Oh.
The previous book had Aztec gods, and the first book had Greek. Zeus and...
This sounds familiar.
Hades and Hermes and Persephone. So it's very cool how that kind of goes. And what I like about it now, the characters have become... They're kind of like a ragtag bunch, and they're forming their own family or pack in this. So it's really interesting to see the relationships build and how the relationships change each of the individuals. And, I think it's always cool when you see people who are damaged, we'll say.
Right.
Find a family in a non-form, your not typical way, where it's just that kind of reminder that family's not always your blood, that it can be this group that you connect with and that you get this bond with. So the characters have grown on me a lot. So I really enjoyed the book, and I always love kind of mythology and
me too,
things like that. So it's a much different take on anything that you would ever read, because magic and all this stuff is very real and out in the world, and it's noticed, and there's the visions. So but it's very cool, and it takes place in New York, which is great. You kind of have an idea of they're in Central Park or on Fifth Avenue, so it's fun. It's good.
Well, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still reading the Chronicles of the One trilogy.
You're almost done, though.
I am. I'm not struggling because it's so good. I'm struggling because I'm tired at night, and we talked about this already. Is
Yeah, you can't stay awake to read a lot.
I can't. And like I go to bed and I'm like, yep, I got some time in me. And then like next thing you know, it's like the book like falls down and whatever. So I'm almost done. It's really good. The characters are really good. There's a lot of characters to keep track of. You can and to your point too, like they're going to places in this book that you already are familiar with, and then the way that they describe them after this you know, the
pandemic.
Basically. And then like the looting and all this other crazy stuff. It's it's she does a really good job. It's what's her name?
Nora Roberts.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Which is not anybody who I ever knew.
Me neither. But
wrote
me too.
Like science. Would you say it's science fiction or fantasy?
I would say, it's fantasy.
Right, more fantasy than science fiction. Like science fiction, I think Star Wars and Ender's Game.
Right. I mean, I think science fiction is like the broader umbrella. But maybe not. I don't know. There's no like technological things. Yeah. But it's really good. You know what I did see though is that I think that they're running a special on Spotify. The Harry Potter books read by Stephen Fry for free.
Really?
On Spotify. I don't have Spotify.
I don't either. I don't have a premium subscription.
Yeah, but I want to take a look at that because my very first experience in audiobooks is going to be Harry Potter read by Stephen Fry.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that that's probably the only way to listen to them. I think that would be great.
Interesting.
So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, so I'm going to have to look a little bit more into it. Because then I wonder, like, if you buy an audiobook through a subscription service like that, if you cancel your subscription, do you lose access to the audiobook? Probably.
That's the conundrum with buying stuff. Even like we have a little Apple TV box.
Right.
And we buy all of our movies from there. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way now. But let's say we get rid of it. Do we lose all... Like, you lose your... in a way, you kind of lose your rights to some of that stuff.
Because you lose access to it. Yeah. Like, you may still own the movies, but you lose your... Like, the way to get to them.
Right.
I don't know.
But I don't know because, like... So, for instance, we used to buy it from our Xbox Live.
Right.
Before we got the Apple TV, we would buy our movies there because they're cheaper. You get them sooner. All that good stuff. And I don't pay for my Xbox Live anymore, but I did sign into my username and I was able to watch Pitch Perfect.
Oh, you were able to?
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know that you have to continue to pay for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I don't know.
That's that.
Yeah.
I think that's everything we have.
So there, I just wanted to give a shout out to Charlotte. I think I just wanted to say hello to Charlotte.
I know.
We just it's so funny because for those of you that have been that kind of watch, I think we share like not user base, viewer base with Sweet Tea No Shade
and Fiber Hustle
and all that
with a lot of our favorite podcasts.
Right. So Betty Ann caused quite the debacle, I guess. And
look, don't throw no shade at Betty Ann.
I'm not throwing shade at Betty Ann. I like Betty Ann too. I want to hang out with Betty Ann. Chevy Rail wanted to party with Betty Ann.
Especially after we heard that Betty Ann is like a Southern Debbie from Queer as Folk. I want to hang out with Betty Ann.
So we, Charlotte, Scott was one of the people in our little like knit night. It was so funny. He had a name tag that said Charlotte on it, which I thought was hilarious.
So it was great.
Yeah. But anyway, just wanted to kind of give a shout out. So there's a little bit of I don't know. I'm a little bit afraid for Betty Ann, and I don't know where my loyalties are supposed to lie right now because I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable.
Mine will always lie with yarn.
Okay, that's a good way.
That's where my loyalty is. My loyalty's with yarn.
Yeah, but I got a message from the guys asking what the details were because they needed to figure out where the level of revenge needed to be. So stay tuned on that, I guess.
Yeah. So.
But anyway.
All right, cool beans.
Fun stuff.
So that's
We've
everything.
Been having a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then we will be back in 2 weeks.
Nope.
In a fortnight.
Yes.
Score. Again, guys, if you stuck around this long, please subscribe. Mm-hmm. Give a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you want to do. Leave a comment. Hit us up on Instagram.
So much fun.
Whatever.
I love
we
doing
love doing
this.
it.
I love hanging out,
yeah, that's what it is for us. It's just hanging out, and it's led to exactly what we've wanted it to be, is becoming part of the community.
Yeah, and
meeting other knitters, which was the best. That's the best part of this.
It is the best part.
It's just we've met some amazing people. So I'm super thrilled. So,
Same.
Thank you, everybody. I hope you guys have a good next 2 weeks. I don't know. Yeah. Do you say have a good fortnight?
No.
I don't know if that's proper.
I don't know either. Maybe Kathy can correct
I'll do some research on my...
How to use fortnight in a sentence.
Yeah. I'm totally going to because I love it. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoy your next couple of weeks. Enjoy your knitting and making. And we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.